We are to be aware of ourselves as such, beloveds. I'm going to have to find somebody who can edit these videos together for me so that they don't have to be so many, but it is what it is for right now. And let me just continue going forward. This is the 2013 Oracle. This is from the Ancient Keys to the 2012 Awakening. This is the Sanctum card once again, and it is 4. See the 4 dots right here? It is identified as 4. And this B.U.I, B.U.T, B.U.It, we are talking about beauty. Understand and understand all the things that are coming forward in this message, in this transmission, in this communication, okay? And I'm sorry again for it being cut off where it was, but we will start again and we will just keep going, okay? Temple graces the ages. The temple path to the sanctum is simple and clear. Is so simple and clear that it can't be seen. Normal mind perceives many intricate paths and therefore no path. We say that there is no sanctum, that sanctum has vanished or never existed at all. There is no temple. Temple is a dead monument of a forgotten time, and sanctum is an absurd myth. And right before the video cut off, I was speaking of what Spirit had just made me aware of, which is we are the living temples within earth. We are each a sanctum of spirit. We are a consciousness that is sacred and unique, as each individual mound or temple that was built. We have to be aware of it. We have to become aware of ourselves. We need to become aware of ourselves as such. As temples, we need to realize we receive frequencies and spectrums of divine light, lunar and solar, and that we magnetize to us certain situations with these particular frequencies and harmonies. The fact that Sothis came in as one of the cards from the Isis Oracle on a previous video to this one, and it spoke of how to seed abundance by clearing your containers, is very prolific and very specific to the point that is being made right now with the Sanctum card from this deck, from this oracle. The fact that they're both oracles. 2013 from the Ancient Keys to the 2012 Awakening, and it's 2022. So again, pay attention, beloveds. Yet many people are playing the temple game, seeking the most sacred temple of all, and trying to find its sanctum. Teachers often instruct one that the search for the mystical temple which is hidden with its hidden sanctum is like being at the threshold of a great maze. The maze reminds us that courage is our best friend and fear our worst enemy. We're being given in 2022 of October on this day that we are the temple and we need to find our inner sanctums. And we need to rededicate ourselves to them and purify ourselves of them, and to restock and reevaluate so that we can recreate paradise upon earth is what is coming forth. Okay. Inside the maze, we encounter every sort of trap. We twist and turn and go down blind corridors only to hit a stone wall. No matter the obstacles, we must continue. One day we discover that the temple is as close as our breath. Truly, the temple and its hidden mysteries were and always will be You have visited the temple sanctum many times. You simply did not recognize it. I'm going to pause for 1 minute. Okay, let's get it back started. As games have rules, the first rule of the temple game is that you must win or lose before you can quit playing. You must find the sanctum or die trying. There can be no cheating in the temple game. You can't claim the powers of the sanctum unless you have them. Some players give up and try to return to where they started, but this is impossible. Some players find the sanctum without any effort, while others struggle to no avail. So, beloveds, this is what we're being told in this moment about the aspect of time itself, about understanding the beauty of time itself, of understanding and understanding your relation to the beauty of time itself, in what you have as tools to help you move through the maze, through the doubts, through the fear, through the confusion of your thinking and your feelings, in order to get to the spirit, which is in the sanctum, okay? Which is your true self, which is your true highest knowledge, which will allow you to receive the highest frequencies and spectrums of light that you need to create and recreate and to heal into wholeness, to fuse almost with laser precision. What was welded in chaos once upon a time can now be wielded and welded with spiritual conscious awareness, expanding itself to know itself even deeper. Okay? And once again, understanding that time is used as a stepping stone from one place to the next of an ascension, an evolution, an evaluation, in the application of self-knowledge. You may think you have withdrawn from the game only to realize it was just a timeout. Play or be caught forever in the maze. Judge yourself in relation to other players and you are utterly lost. There's no beauty in comparison, beloveds. There's no beauty in envy, beloveds. There's no beauty in competition. B.U.I, B.U.T, or B.U.It. The more convinced you are of winning, the more ensnared you become within the twisting corridors and the false avenues of the maze, because it is not one of intellect, it is not one of senses, it is one of spirit. And I'm being drawn back to the honeycomb with the honeybee and those, are they octagon, hectagon? The shape of the honeycomb. You know what I'm talking about. The word won't surface right now for me. The geometrical form, geometrical shape, has a lot to do with the geometrical number and the shaping of the lines themselves that form the hives, that form the cones themselves, from which unite to make the honeycomb, which are containers of the honey. This again is the inner sanctum, is where the honey is at, the royal jelly is at, the queen is at. Again, the inner sanctum. This again comes up with why the honeybee was, I was told, to just search through the deck and just get that particular card. It had a particular wisdom that wanted to come through, and it's coming through even here again. So it's very specific, beloveds. Let me keep going. If you have drawn temple card, you have been given a map to the sanctum. Hold on 1 second again. That was stopped at 10:37, and let's just keep going. Beloveds, if you have drawn the temple card, you have been given a map to the sanctum. The map directs you to the topmost part of the temple, a place with 7 doors. I told you that number 7. There you discover the true entrance. You squeeze inside to find utter darkness. Crawling, you make your way along a narrow, uncomfortable tunnel. It curves subtly this way and that way, and it becomes very disorienting. In the midst of your confusion, you see a green glow, a light at the end of the tunnel. Getting there, you realize you have entered the sanctum. Dwelling within the sanctum of sanctums is a jewel, glowing with green light, the heart representing a sacrifice of flowers. A sacrifice of flowers. That has very specific meaning. It is the green sun, the molder of our creation. One cannot gaze upon this jewel without obtaining wisdom. The wisdom of the green man. Okay. The walls are lined with goddesses and gods bathed in the green light. These sacred old ones appear to be alive. There are many colorful paper headdresses striped with rubber and removed only for sacred ceremony in deep woods at the top of mountains, in secret caves and near secret cenotes. They are holy books and Ephraimah. Each year the serpent that falls downward, the ancestral rattlesnake, descends along the edges of the temple's steps, reminding us of the great power from above, originating from the shaking tail of stars. Why am I seeing dragon? The energy and power of the temple is not a myth, but a living reality. The divining God is coming to your aid now. The spiritual master is bringing you secret knowledge that has been lost to the ages, which can be put to work immediately. The flying serpent brings the power to give you wisdom and protect you from evil. It brings extra perceptional powers to see what is needed in your situation. In the days to come, reach for the highest and give each project your best shot. Temple cards suggest that you may have to search for the divinatory meaning in concurrent events that are relevant to you. Stated another way, in an event happening far away is just as important to you as what is right in front of you. Very powerful. Very powerful. That is resonating in me in such a way, beloveds. Temple card signifies a divine space. What you seek is near at hand. There is a power, a non-personal presence. This presence is not a thing to be named. Temples are built on a cosmic model. The unnameable presence is the reason temples are built. It is for this, the unspeakable, we seek. The sanctum is the home of this sacred unthing. How befitting, beloveds. I'm leaning over this desk like this because my back is hurting, so it is what it is. Excuse my boobies. There we go. Um, B.U.I, B.U.T, or B.U.It. These are the sanctums that are being manifested and spoken of in this moment. They are not. Now is the season and the cycle for them. Now is the message that you just received from the knowledge of Quetzalcoatl, the planet Venus, and the observation of the four directions from the four temples, from the sun, from the lunar solar light to the lunar light, to the lunar the silver light, the solar is the golden light. So these are the highest frequencies, silver and gold, highest frequencies, beloveds. The other day I was speaking of blonde and the platinum and Marilyn Monroe, and I'm going to do a video on that as I'm getting it together, beloveds. Everything is falling into place. It's divinely timed as it's supposed to be. So bear with me and have patience. Hold on one second. I'm looking. I'll just find the card. It was, what page was that on? 105, I believe. 105, which is 6. I'm being told to show you a few things. And I don't see what I did with the little card, so I'll show you the bigger picture in the book. Again, the maze. You see in the center the blue, you see the blue-green. You see the walls. You understand again the jewels. And this is about earth, and this is about beauty. And so beauty taken from the earth in the form of its minerals, in the form of its crystals, in the form of its jewels. And we're told the innermost sanctum of every temple is where you put the most precious jewel. The most precious jewel that you as a being have is your spiritual heart. Your spiritual heart, they use the color green. Green is very prolific today, as you see. Green, 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 green. All of this came before these cards were pulled, beloveds. Green is the heart. Green is the emerald. Green, emerald green. That's funny because it's my birthday. I was born May 1st, 1965. And emerald is my birthstone. Also, green is the heart chakra that connects the upper and lower regions. The lower being the human, more human, the above the heart being the more spiritual or the higher frequencies, and the lower frequencies being down at the root, at the bottom. Understand what is being given to you. Understand the colors, the veins, the green, the blue, the red, the blood. Understand the different connections. Understand what that card just gave you as to understanding yourself as B.U.I. Mother is asking, B.U.I., do you know who you are? Self-inquiry. Ask yourself who you are. That's the message. B.U.T. B.U.T. T being the Tau cross, being the T crossed. Are you that? Do you see yourself as the finished product, the finished source, the end of something, or the beginning of something? The I, dotting the I, crossing the T. I know it may sound funny, may sound silly to the human ear, but to the spiritual ear, it will resonate. If it doesn't resonate right now with you, it will. Let's move forward. The next card that came forth came from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle Guidebook, The Complete Spiritual Toolkit for Transforming Your Life by Tori Hartman. And the card that came forward, green, perception. Again, we spoke of Quetzalcoatl and the birds and the flying. Look at the butterflies here. We spoke of blue butterfly jaguar woman. See the butterfly. See the green disc radiating that golden light. There's a lot here, beloveds. There's a lot here in that we're being given. Perception. Fourth green chakra, and this is the chapter 4 where this is found. The heart knows what the eyes cannot see. Speak, mama. Teach, mama. Aho, mama. The heart knows what the eyes cannot see. Emerald stone. The legend, a young princess wanders into her untended garden. Flowers. Remember, flowers were spoken of with Quetzalcoatl at the... It's amazing. Just let me keep going. A young princess wanders into her untended garden. As she claws through the decaying undergrowth, she finds a brilliant emerald stone. Sorry, that just sounds like my story, okay? It's... That really sounds like my story, beloveds. Let me keep going. The stone speaks and tells the princess to open an old wooden door. She enters a dark corridor and the door slams shut. Afraid, she moves forward until her hand falls upon another door. It opens to reveal the same garden she left behind, only now it's beautiful, filled with flowers, butterflies, and birds. It's magnificent and familiar. Inspiration. Often your journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happened. Emerald stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. Personal inquiry. What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? Okay, mama. Personal inquiry. What in life needs tending? Untended garden, huh? Okay. Huh? What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? Key ideas. Transformation in the heart. Change in perception. The unknown. Promise of a richer experience. Keywords. Beauty. Open-heartedness. Appreciation. This is the meditation. Begin to imagine the emerald stone. When you see it, place it in your untended garden. Feel waves of emerald light filling you with courage Emerald stone may have some thoughts to help you. Listen carefully. When you are ready, see what has changed. Beloveds, I couldn't make this stuff up if I wanted to, okay? Even the hair, okay? Even the dreadlocks, okay? Come on now. Come on, mama. Come on. Whew. Okay, now, I was told to draw cards from every deck that I have, okay? And so this card is coming from the Romance Angel deck. And it's also coming because it's also necessary because of how we identify beauty with romance. B.U.I. in romantic sense of expression and knowing of ourselves in that way. And let me just show you the card. Once again, excuse me, because I'm holding this thing. I'm going to get me something that's going to hold it. My friend gave me this light, but it doesn't feel right in that, so I haven't put it in that. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I really want you to see this card. Here we go. I want you to see everything in it. Love yourself first. Okay. Let's see what Doreen Virtue had to say about that. Love yourself first. 55, which is a 10. And the last couple of these cards are on page 55. I remember that. 55. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. If you desire more romance, first look at yourself in a caring and non-critical way, of course. The more you love who you are, the greater your capacity to feel loved by others. This means trusting yourself to take good care of you, and it may entail becoming more assertive. Don't worry. You can still be very lovable while affirming your boundaries. Perhaps this means spending some time alone instead of in a relationship. This period, you can delve into introspection to understand the patterns of your love life. Ultimately, you can take responsibility for attracting and agreeing to every relationship you've had. To heal your heart, find the blessing and lessons you've gained from each one. For instance, have you become stronger, more independent, or more patient, I hope, as a result of your prior relationships? If so, let everything else from the past go except the lessons and the love. Wow. That's powerful. That's very powerful, beloveds. And that is the path that has been guiding me lately. And for it to come up in this card, in the romance deck, and for it to be so prolific and to be so intertwined with the beauty of the wisdom that is coming up today for us to feast upon is very powerful, beloveds. Let everything else from the past go except for the lesson and the love. The other cards were speaking of the containers the containers within our sanctums, in our sanctuaries, in our temples, and the earth itself being a sanctum, and us being the sanctum within the sanctum. And here we are being told to be mindful of the lessons from the 2012 awakening, and the 2013 oracle deck itself was about Quetzalcoatl and the temples and the mounds, and about Venus. And here we are with the romance card saying what it's saying to us. This card emphasizes the importance of loving yourself first, especially as you prepare for the next relationship, to heal the one you're in. As you gain self-respect, you'll begin attracting more love, more loving people into your life. This will lead to healthy friendships and romances based upon mutual respect. If you don't want more of what you had, then let it go, so that what is for you can finally find its way to you. You have been making room for it. You have been creating a container to hold it. You have been creating sacred space to invite it into, to receive it, so that you can even be aware of it yourself. You had to give it to yourself in order to know it, in order to be able to invite someone else to share this healthy with you. You don't want to share dysfunction. You don't want to share brokenheartedness. You don't want to trauma bond anymore. You want wholeness. You want holiness. You want sacred divine masculine and sacred divine feminine. And you want to give it a garden in which to be tended and grow. And you want it to be harmonious, not subservient, but equal in its devotion. That was a lot. That was a lot. I'm going to have to... That was very personal. That got very personal right there. That one was very personal. Okay. Life purpose oracle deck. Again, this is Doreen Virtue, and the card that came forth was leadership. Here we go. I want you to see. Let me do it like this. Sorry, got to change hands. See her in her armor, beloved. See the angels. See her hair braided. See them placing a crown on her head. Okay, let's get into this card, beloveds. And this is, again, Life Purpose, page 55. And this is leadership, okay? Leadership. Take charge of this situation. This card comes to you as a signal that you're ready to assume your role as a leader. You recently may have come across a situation in which you thought somebody should do something about this. Well, you are that somebody. Although you may not feel entirely prepared or qualified to assume the leadership role, the angels assure you that you're ready. They will guide you through every step so that you can gain confidence and certainty about your path. Take time to meditate and listen to your inner guidance, which will clearly show you your first steps upon this path. Your leadership will inspire others to speak up and take charge of their lives as well. And that is where I have been in my journey with this of Mother Wit wisdom, and now Blue Butterfly Jaguar Woman is taking me deeper into the spiritual earth realms, back into the ancient times of the divine femininity expressing herself, knowing herself, and coming alive again within her knowing of herself, being rooted within that B.U.I, that self-reflection of what beauty is. Spiritual beauty, not physical, beloveds. B.U.I means you have the abundant fullness of the Earth Mother. You are aware of her cycles and her seasons, and you know what to do in the meantime and in the between times to take care of yourself and to take care of others, to take care of your family, to receive more blessings. Beloveds, this little necklace just won't act right. It is what it is. Beauty, B.U.I, of the earth, the gems of the earth. This had to be. This necklace had to be, okay? It in the process of selecting what to adorn myself with, how to make myself up, how to appear beautiful in this necklace spoke and had to have its way. And now I understand why, with the jewels of the earth, the cards that came forth, the message itself about beauty, how beauty is connected to the earth, and these colors of the jewels that are here. Everything is tied together, in other words, beloveds. I'm going to end this video, and then I'm going to begin the last video in this series, okay? And so it is what it is, beloveds, and I hope you're following along. And again, I apologize with all the breakups and all the startings again, but it is what it is, and take it for what it's worth, beloveds. Allow it to be as it is, as it's flowing from me. I'm not a professional, but you're getting a very spiritual message, and you're getting it for free. So don't complain. Don't complain. It is what it is. 38:30. Wow. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned for the next.